Today we are going to use a simple swipe technique to create a beautiful fabric for a lovely African queen. We are also going to paint simple but stunning African landscape. Stick till the end to see how it turns out. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening everyone. I hope you're good and ready to create with me today. Last week was the most enjoyable for me, probably in the history of the channel, because I really enjoyed making a 3D sculpture. It was so different, but I understand it's not everyone's cup of tea. But if you're curious, please check this one. I really recommend trying it out. Anyway, so today we're back to canvas. We've got 30 by 40. My preference is usually the portrait, so let's do it. I do have a nice big mat I might use today. I do fancy a swipe. I haven't done a swipe for quite some time. I looked through my old paints and I found quite a lot. I want the reds, oranges, browns and yellows. These are the old ones. And if you ask me how long I keep them, long. The thing I have to do now, I'm going to check the consistencies because I want them all the same. This is very runny. These were for the horse, for the dog, hairdryer paws. So the very watery ones. Oh, this is nice. This is what I want. And then very runny orange. Okay, so I've got bronze and I've got a little bit of gold. Some nice colors to go together. This is the floetrol I was adding, the American one. And as you can see, I strain it because there are some blobs in every floetrol. Okay, I'll show you the consistency. Runs of the stick with, you can see a little bit of a build-up. I was pondering which color to swipe with. First I thought maybe red, but then I got some black. So black will be my swipe color, and I'm going to add 2 drops of silicone into it. And there is some coconut hair serum in this mysterious tiny bottle. 1, 2, that's it. Now we mix it well. If we mix it well, cells are going to be smaller and there should be more of them. I am going to apply the colors in stripes. Yes, that's going to be a bit different. They don't have to be so thin. Something like that. Perhaps it's better, those containers are very good for squashing them. Oh, yeah, nice. How about this one? And perhaps I'll go with this. That's bronze. Pretty. The stripes don't have to be identical. A bit of red, a bit of orange. I'm really planning my fabric, as you can see. I'm sure this is enough. I wish I could move it a little bit. Spread them a little bit more. Okay, what shall I put underneath to move it? I know, a ruler. Oh, paper towel ready. And black here. Probably don't want too much. Okay. Now I spray my paper towel with water. And I am going to swipe. These are exactly the colors I wanted, so I am happy. I might dip it in black and add a little bit onto this side. Seems to be lacking. Any cells. Yeah, now you can tell that this part, the paint was a bit more runny. We can make a couple of lines. Now I'm going to repeat it here, and I want probably half of the size. I don't think I used this yellow, did I? Maybe I forgot. Big blob of beige, bit of yellow, again black here. Maybe I'm going to swipe 2 sections. First this part and then that one. So, swiping that part. Yes. Okay. And now I'm going to do this part. I'm not sure how I want this dress to go. Something like that, or maybe wider, don't mind. I've made a decision regarding the position, the height here. I'm going to quickly do this. I'm not going to bother with details. Let's take it off. That's it. Now you're probably wondering, why on earth did she bring this? I do like seeing what I'm doing, because I am going to draw a sun. Stylized African portraits are usually with the sun in the background. Now this part is important, because I'll be painting it a different color. Ta-da! Basically, we are going to have some mountain ranges in the distance, and each section will be with a different color. So the further the mountains are, the lighter the color is going to be. I did something similar with my students a couple of years ago. We were using watercolors, and that looked really, really nice. I do like mixing my colors with titanium white because it increases the coverage. I've got deep yellow, so that will look nice, but let me check the color. So mix enough paint to cover everything, and then I'm going to do the outside in more orange. Second color, I'm going to use the bowl to make a circle. I've never painted anything around the bowl. It's always the first time. Let's lift it up. I'm so curious. Okay, almost. Basically, we are painting in block color every section. Now, a bit darker orange, but not completely super dark. So these are the mountains the furthest from us. So as you can imagine, we are getting darker and darker, so this is going to be very dark in here. Now, a touch of scarlet and a bit of crimson as well here. This layer, is it much darker? Is it almost the same? This time I've got crimson and a touch of burnt umber. Let's see the difference. Okay, it is darker, nice. Now here we've got probably 60% of burnt umber and the rest crimson. Very rich, deep brown. Crimson, burnt umber and a touch of black. And you can see the red in it, but it's very dark. I wanted to darken some of the corners. I am going to use raw umber for the skin tone, because she's basically in the shadow, so we can see the silhouette. And I am going to paint the whole face the same tone. If you've been wondering why am I enjoying those African themes, I don't know, I find them quite fascinating, and not to mention the fact that 2 of my best friends are from Africa. One is Nigerian and the other one is Zambian, so no wonder I'm fascinated by generally by Africa. I haven't been to Africa yet. I'm planning on going. I'll have to add another layer because it didn't cover so well. She's going, of course, to wear acrylic skin garment, but this arm is uncovered. I don't have to paint all of her with this raw umber. Only the sections that are seen, of course. I was checking on the acrylic skins. They are almost dry, but while I'm still waiting, I've been trying to sketch sort of African-looking tree. Where shall I put it? So all we need is kind of a trunk like that. Okay, I'll keep adding branches till I'm happy. Now on top of the tree we need some kind of leaves. We're not going to see them really because it's all going to be very dark. What do you think? Something like that? I've added another one, but a little bit lighter with some red in it, because obviously this one is even further in the distance. Okay, we've got a giraffe. Not sure what color I'm using at the moment, but I don't know why I wanted a giraffe. I made a giraffe once. I have to show you the painting. Oh, one here and the other one is kind of partially seen. Might go over some sections to make her a little bit darker, but overall, yeah, we've got a giraffe. Oh, I don't know, I've wanted a giraffe, I've got a giraffe. Last tree. They do remind me of the Roman pine trees. They've got a flat top, all of them, very flat tops. I am about to cut the dress out. I picked my favorite position on the whole skin, pressing it down. Alright. And I'm going to cut it out now. No, first. Sorry. I'm not going to cut it out now. I'm going to do my favorite thing ever. I'm going to peel it off first. Yes. This is, when did I do it? A day and a half old. I thought it was going to be very thick, but it's not. No cloth feels as nice to cut as this. And I'll of course keep the leftover bits. I'm going to use Mod Podge to glue it down. But this skin is going to really enhance the painting. I am very excited about it. Okay, now let me position it nicely. Oops. Now I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I wanted to cut this bit off because I wanted a hand here. Let's give it some nice bum. Oh, and of course I'm going to finish the hand here. That's good. We're all stuck. Now I can focus on the headgear. I'm not sure why I swiped such a huge piece for the headscarf, so theoretically I could cut it out from the old piece. But since I have a nice selection here, I am going to choose, well, yeah, almost the middle part because I like it the most. Quick transfer again. What does it look like? Mod Podge again, because it worked really well with the dress. I sometimes use acrylic paint to stick it down, which also works very well. I put it gently, then I don't have to change too much. I like it. Might flip it over, as long as my table is clean. I think I wanted to add a tiny edge here, just a little bit of color. I think I was going to put the other side up. Did I glue the other part? What was I thinking? No, I glued this part and I put it upside down. That's ridiculous. Oh yes, see? Now we're talking. That's pretty. Let me pick this up. If you think I'm going to throw them away, no way. They might be useful one day. Professional hoarder. Some final touches, because I know I've got the patterns, but I do want some darker sections, of course, to create some folds, you know. I took black and some crimson. Those poured lines are perfect for creating these patterns here. Now I'm going to repeat some patterns here. I think I like those stripes on the dress. They're already here, so probably don't need that much. A couple of invisible marks on the giraffe. It's because I can't finish a painting. Yeah, that's me. And the jewellery set, and that's it. Jewellery set. What shall we give her? Round earrings. Yes. I was about to paint a hoop, but then I've decided against. And I am going to fill it all up. Which size? This one? That one? We very rarely use this gold. This is, what is it? This is antique gold. I prefer the light version. Well, I'm going to use this as a base. This should give me a perfect circle, hopefully, if I don't move it. Almost perfect circle. Now I'm going to make a thicker rim. And I don't have to struggle to make the circle perfect. Now some beads. Oh, that's so thick, which is nice. So the jewellery will be almost 3D here. Nice and subtle, but there'll be some more. Because our girl, she loves beads. I'm using the lighter gold now, adding another string of beads. She's moving, so it won't be perfectly positioned, but that's fine. They're not pearls, so they don't even have to be identical. And here she's going to have something hanging. I promise this is going to be the very last thing. Don't know if I can make a perfect circle. I'm trying. Yes, I'll leave her to dry and then varnishing. She's done. Please let me know that you've watched till the end by leaving a giraffe emoji. And if you enjoyed the video, it would be fantastic if you could click a like, and if you could also subscribe. That does help me a lot, and I'm super grateful for all of you who do it. If you would like to see an extended version of this tutorial or any other one, please head on to my Patreon, and you can buy this original piece or any other artwork of mine on my website, abcreativeofficial.com. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all next week. Bye bye.